Scotland's Loch Ness has long been shrouded in mystery, with reports of monsters lurking in its inky depths dating back to ancient times. It came to the world's attention in the 1930s with a string of reported sightings and an iconic photo. And while it has turned out to be one of many hoaxes, monster hunters and curious tourists alike have continued to flock here ever since. Now, after more than 90 years of fascination, they can visit a new $1.9 million centre dedicated to all things Loch Ness Monster. While those wanting to take a closer look can take a trip on the Deep Scan research vessel. Its skipper, Alistair Matheson, has spent the last 10 years giving visitors and researchers their best chance of spotting Nessie.
We have been working in recent years out here. We've done a few big projects. One of those projects involved mapping the bottom of Loch Ness. Now, we were using some very clever equipment. Using that equipment, I can confirm to you all, we did in fact find the Loch Ness Monster. This is the very monster we found here. Well, not quite, I'm afraid, because it turned out it was this. So it was actually built for a movie. But back in the real world, we're going to sail out into the middle of the loch. You will get to see the size of Loch Ness. It's fairly big, of course. Loch Ness is 23 miles long, but on average it's only a mile wide, and it's deep as well. So right now we are 226 metres deep, and 227 is maximum depth. Big red dot, that's going to be our monster. In 10 years that I've been doing this, 3 times on the echo sounder I've seen the big red dot. That would be my closest encounter with a monster.
Between 2018 and 2019, the Deep Scan helped conduct a DNA survey of the loch. While the large amounts of eel DNA it found pointed to a more terrestrial explanation, it didn't deter monster hunter Alan McKenna from organising the biggest creature hunt for 50 years back in August.
We invited as many volunteers as we possibly can to join us to do a weekend of surface watching on the loch. You can just imagine how excited I was. We were using a hydrophone system, basically an underwater microphone, but we heard these 4 distinctive bloops. I think it's the only way I can kind of describe it to you. We don't know what that was, but we didn't record it. And we went over that area maybe 6 to 8 times over that weekend, and we never heard those noises again.
We may never know if that was Nessie, but the lack of concrete evidence over the years has done little to dampen the mystery for many.
Definitive proof is always what we want, isn't it? We always want to know yes or no in everything about life, not just monsters. But for me, there's a mystery here, and that's what I firmly believe in.